Their makers gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps, and snips. We're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips. From fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start.
And I'm just looking for my mat. Let's go ahead and stamp in. We're going to stamp it in the chocolate chip. We'll see how much it shows up. I think it should show up, but I've got confetti right here. This is from one I made prior. So I've got the confetti and it's in the same shape. Okay, so that's really cool. I feel like there's a lot to play with on this. So let's go ahead and just stamp that. I think it should show up, kind of be like a tone on tone. So move that off for a second. Let's go ahead. It's hard for me to see on here. I'm just going to go straight on here because I can't quite see on the darker color. And I think you have a bit of grace on it. I don't think it's now I am going to go back and add. I'm going to flip this over and just get a little bit on that edge. Can I go closer? Yes, I can. Did I go closer there? Dave's in South Dakota. So if you can see here, I didn't quite get that edge. So I'm going to just turn this over and get a little bit more of the sprinkles right on edge. If I can see, again, I can't see on the, it's too bright. It's too dark. All right. If they overlap, it's fine. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So just to make it look like full of sprinkles. All right. So that is this piece right here. That is our frosting. How fun is that? Before I put on the frosting, though, let's go ahead and stamp the layers or the inside, the chocolate layers. There are 3 different ways you can use the chocolate layers. We've got this one, which is 2 bars. We've got this one, which is a little bit of a texture. And then we have this one, which is also just a straight bar. So I'm going to try this one. The other one, I did use those. So let's try, and I'm going to stamp those in espresso. So I don't want to stick that on yet. And it doesn't go edge to edge. So I'm just going to kind of go in the middle. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's okay. So, and then I'm going to do one more. Oh, didn't mean to touch it there. One more down here. Try to get that angle the same. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go back with one of these and add a little bit more. So it looks like, I mean, I don't know about you, but if I have a cake, I'm going to want more than that. More frosting than that. How many of you are frosting people? Dave and I love, Dave and I love frosting. And I'm going to go, let's see, I think I'll go on the underside here. I'm going to go close to that just to make it a little bit thicker, kind of lining up with that line. And just let it go again. This one I'm going to go on top of because I have, I guess, yeah. I'm going to go on top of because it's a little bit low, and that's where that little dot was where I dropped it. So, or where it opened up. There we go. Okay. I know it doesn't look like much right here, but it will look like cake. It look really yummy, yummy cake. Let's go ahead and stick on our edge. And how fun is that? I love it. Love it. All right. Oh, I know what the other piece is for. We're going to use it too. Okay. So there is that. So there's my little cake. So I probably could have, we've only used this a few times, but I probably could have gone over a little bit further if I wanted to. I mean, I think it's okay to have frosting like that. I'm thinking that this piece is for if I want to put, I don't know if I want to put chocolate there or not. I don't know if that's what that's for. Anyway, moving on. We're going to die cut a couple things. So we'll try to die cut them all at the same time. So we're going to die cut in white. Actually, let's do a white. I have more paper than that. Let's do a little white candle. 3. I'm only going to use 1. But I'm going to do 3. And I love that I don't know if I said this, I started to say it, how things come duplicate. I'm going to do 1 candle. I'm going to do one little, I don't know, maybe I'm going to want 3. Who knows? I have 1 already, so I'm going to die cut 2. These, honestly, to me, look like little heads of garlic. I don't know why, but that's what it looks like to me. All right, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to flip this around because there's some other things I want to die cut also. I always do this with this one. There we go. I'm also going to go ahead and die cut out our little this. And I'll do that. And then I want some chocolate drippings and see how those come out. So let's go ahead and, okay, it's not going through. Do you know why? Look at, you have to have an E. So this needs to be further forward. This needs to be back. Let go. And these need to move this way.
Top and bottom layer forward, middle layer back.
Yeah, it's from the side. It makes like an E. So The top one's going to go over this. That's why it did not cut. But I do want to make sure, move a little closer. I do want to make sure that this, so if I put this like that, see how it's past it? It makes an E if I hold it this way. It's kind of the idea. But now it'll go right through, no problem. So if you're ever stuck and you're like, it's not going through, that's why. Whoop. My silver was pushing through or pulling a little bit. I'm just going to set that aside and we're going to die cut a little bit of the chocolate and see where that goes. Chocolate looks really, really yummy. I think this is going to make me hungry. But all right, so let's grab this little bit of chocolate and I'm going to try to cut two at the same time. Ooh, fancy. I'm pretty sure I can do that. So we'll try. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But I always try to cut two at a time. I just feel like that saves time and there we go. And I'm thinking I might need two for the drippings down. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay. That is what I want to die cut. I think I have everything I need. All right. So two did not. Is there a cut on the top? No. Okay. Is there a cut on the side? No, there's not. Oh, I see what's happening. All right. We're going to redo this a little bit and I'll show you. I hadn't used this one yet, so I didn't quite know, but now I do. Okay. We're going to have this be the top right here. This edge, and we're going to make a line of this yummy chocolate because the sides don't cut and the top doesn't cut, so only that cut. So I do want to put it right onto the edge is where I'm going to have it, and then I'll cut that one side. But I'm going to go down a little further. So we're going to do this a couple times after I said, oh, it's so fun because it has double. This one doesn't have double. It would be nice if it did, but it does not. So all good, because I think I'm definitely going to want more than that. So let's go do another one right here. And that should be enough to do two of them. Push, push, push. I don't have my E. I just thought I could probably make it, but I cannot. All right, pull that back. Any other friends with us? How's your Monday going? How is your Monday? My Monday was good, except Tina loves frosting too. Yum.
Yep.
By 8:15, when my kids went to specials, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a headache. All good. Okay, so there's our frosting. You see it? I guess you could use either side. I'm going to cut this here and we'll see what it looks like. Cut that right there and kind of pull that out. I can always trim it if I need to. Okay, so we've got some good frosting going on and I'm going to cut this last one out. I think I'm just going to cut it off like that. All right, so we've got some good drippings. Let's see. So would they drip like that? I think so. Yeah, maybe I don't need this piece. I'm going to take that piece off. There we go. Just trim that. I think that's how they would drip. Give me some feedback, and if you think, I think they would drip like that. Don't you? Yes, no?
They wouldn't drip like that because that's where you cut the cake.
Oh, so where would they drip? Over here on the edge? Okay. All right. So we'll drip them on the edge. That's fine. Oh, I see. They would drip right here. Yep, like that. Okay. Let's get rid of that piece then. So in that case, then one was enough. And now I just have to round this corner, which I would probably do with the die. I really would not freehand, but there we go. That works. We can have a little drippage on the pink, I think. Don't you? Or would it only be on the frosting? I think I have to go get some cake and check it out. All right. I'm going to raise this up. And I did trim that a little bit, a little bit more. You know, I like to use my strips, so I'm going to use that. The one in the catalog, to me, it looks like a little bit of a dresser. I'm not sure. That's what I thought. I was like, what is this at first? All right, so there's some little bit of frosting. Let's put, definitely going to want a candle, and we're going to put some of this here because that will cover up that little edge. So I'm going to put a piece of my little bit of frosting. You know, that's how I get these out. Oh, of course, it's not working. Oh, there it is. Got it. Because I have to give it a big toss. Anyway, or you could just use your take your pick, I suppose. Usually I drop them first to see if I can get them to just drop out. All right. I'm going to grab a little dimensional here and put it on the back. Okay, the fun thing with these little frosting dots, they're actually, can you see that? They're actually cut all the way through. Yeah.
So you can get some dimension there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so there's one. I'm going to put one here and two, excuse me, one goes one direction. If you look at the tops, the one goes one direction, the other one goes the other direction. So that's kind of fun too, that there's a little bit of variation in them. I'm not sure a person who got it, maybe they wouldn't notice that, but I notice it. And you know what? If you wanted to make something with garlic, it works. I'm telling you, doesn't it look like garlic? Looks like garlic. Oopsie. There we go. I'll put this one here. And because I just pulled that by mistake, I'm going to glue that little piece down because I got so excited about my frosting. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there and just hold that down. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, now I'm ready to put on the candle. I'm just going to do one on this one. Oh, that's right. And the candle has to be on here. So I made a mistake there. Do you see what it is? These have to be lower because that's sticky. So I am going to move them. I didn't think about that. I'm going to take off half my dimensional because otherwise it's over the edge. You can't go over the edge. It has to be under the edge. All good. That's how we learn, right? We learn as we go along. But usually you don't have people watching you. You just learn. But that's okay. I got this. I got that half. I'm going to put this right here. That's what I'm going to do. Put the dimensional on so I can see it. Cover that up. Cute. And I think that last one is fine. Okay, so there is our adorable. All right, our birthday candle. I am just going to put some adhesive on this bottom part of the candle. And then I want you to see the candle has such great texture. It's just like those, I mean, it's like it is those little curly ones. I love it. Let's tuck that in here. I'm going to put glue on that too. I'm going to use adhesive on the back of this guy because I just pulled him off by mistake. When I went to put on the candle, he popped off. All right, so very cute. And then we did die cut out one of these because I only made one, but this is going to go right here. How fun is that? So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of my candle because that's where this is going to stick to, just like that. Okay, it stays pretty well. I just wasn't sure, but I like it. I feel like down here needs something. I'm not sure. Oh, I remember. We're going to stamp in, we're going to put some of those little sprinkles down here on the bottom. I think that'll look cute. So let's get our block. And like I said, I feel like, wow, there's so much in this to play with. I'm kind of excited. All right, one side does look a little bit straighter. So let's get our cute, so cute. And those would be cute as filling also. So many things. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do is thinking. There must have been something else. Oh, we need our sentiment. Hello. Our sentiment, we're going to put on a little banner right here that says, yeah, I think on this side, or we could put it, I think I like it there. A little banner that says, happy birthday. Sorry, I'm debating because I did pull out a different one. Maybe we just put this on the inside. Let's celebrate. I think that might be better. Or I could put it right here. Thoughts? Let's celebrate right on the bottom.
Inside.
Inside, of course, Dave always thinks that inside. That's fine. Let's celebrate. Nice. Okay. I feel like I have a couple things here. I might put a little, I didn't bring any over, but some little dimensional or little accents or something to make it a little bit, pop up a little bit more. But what do you guys think? Garlic would not be good with cake. Totally agreed, Tina. Oh, I think it's cute. It's kind of fun, huh? To have that be your little card. Cute. So cute.